Hello, Nightlings and Starets. Midnight here. I'll be covering all of my attacks during Art Fight 2025. Alright, on to the first one. If it'll load. Hmm. Hmm. There we go. So, I decided to attack Black Knight Axe's OC, Monica, in this attack, and it's because you guys know as an angel married to a demon, I have a soft spot for demons, especially demon ladies. But yep, I drew her, and now on to the next attack. For this attack, I drew Alexander, who belongs to Mr. Legend 4. And I thought he was a very interesting comical not super villain, but villain OC. Mad Scientist OC. He looked really interesting. Now, on to the next one. So, my friend Darius did an attack on me earlier, and I decided to we always do a thing where we draw each other as our team. And since he was on Team Fossils, he drew himself as a caveman with a dinosaur skull on his head. And I drew and he drew me as a crystal lady. So I drew my version of what he drew, and it's usually a little tradition we do. Anyways, on to the next one. This one is actually a friendly fire on Hibiki the Brakeson. I decided to attack his Harpy OC, Mai, since Harpies are really interesting. And on to the next one. So I decided since Black Knight Axe and I were doing a revenge chain, I decided to draw his Warlock character, Oliver. And he's also the one who summoned his OC, Monica. But yeah, here's Oliver, and let's move on to the next character. So for this next character, I decided to attack my mutual and friend Gino. And here is their OC, Ryoku. Ryoko, I should say. Ryoko. But yeah, they're a delinquent OC, and I thought that was really interesting. And I drew them on like a Japanese subway. And next OC. This OC actually belongs to this one user named Jumpy. And I decided to draw their fan child of I think it was Silver and Gold. They named her Brass, and apparently she's a fan child of those two. And yeah, I decided to draw her as a thank you for attacking me. And on to the next one. Here we have Monty, who belongs to Civics. And I thought like he was a pretty interesting character, and the colors and like the dull color scheme was pretty interesting. Not dull in a bad way. It's more of like it sets the mood of like what the character is a bit. But anyways, next character. Here's another OC by Black Knight Axe. And I decided to draw their vampire OC. I decided to draw their vampire OC Iona, basically. Anyways, on to the next art fight attack. This is so someone did a friendly fire on me, Cheat Cake, and I decided to do like an attack on her OC Silica, and I drew Silica, and I will say like this OC was really adorable. I like the fact that it's based off of a seal, and that like the little paw pad mitts are really cute too. Anyways, on to the next art fight attack. This is actually an attack the attack I did on my friend Crovius Witchard, and I decided to attack their OC Jennifer. We're actually pretty good friends, and normally we'll do art trades and would also do some requests and stuff. So yeah. On to the next OC, Orchard, who belongs to Lorax. And yeah, I thought she was really cute, so I drew her. Here's another OC that belongs to Mr. Legends 4. This is Damon Varon, and he's like a healer character. He's a healer character, and also he has a familiar that I think if you touch the familiar, this familiar right here, you go to sleep. But yeah, I thought he was a very lovely looking character, so I decided to draw him. And yeah, on to the next character. Well, not more of like the next interaction. So Black Knight Axe wanted me to have Emily interact with his OC, his Pokemon OC, Petra. And she has a pretty interesting backstory. Apparently, she got lost in a cave, and I guess she got like scars in the cave, and she learned to like cave Pokemon, and there's more to her story than that. But yeah, basically Petra is like, yep, I learned a lot from this cave. And Emily's like, that's interesting. It sure was a long walk here. I don't know if I'll ever be the voice of my own OC Emily, but I tried my best to voice her. And on to the next attack. Adriana again. We tend to do some art fight chain revenges against each other, but here's her like persona, Adriana, like herself. And yeah, on to the next OC. I think, yeah, this is Crovius's Witchard's um, OC Penelope. She's supposed to be like a, I think like an AI, music program or something like that. But yeah, here's she's supposed to be like an idol, but I'm thinking of another character I did an art fight attack on. But yeah, yep. But yeah, this is Penelope. On to the next one. So this one user named Xpushinator, she decided to attack me, and I decided to do a revenge by drawing her OC Patty. I thought she was really interesting with like how many colors she had. Yeah, she was a really interesting character to draw. And then here's another attack, continuing the revenge chain on Adriana. Here's Solana. Here's my updated her updated version of Solana, and I am pretty proud of this. Other than I did notice that I forgot to close the shading in the fingers, but other than that, I was pretty happy with how this turned out. Okay, there's the AI program character I was talking about. This is actually Black Knight Axe's OC, Ayoko, and I basically have her in a text program, and she types "hello there" to communicate with whoever's using the program. But yeah, that's the OC I was actually talking about earlier. I got Penelope and her mixed up. But anyways, I decided to continue the interaction between Petra and Emily because apparently psychic types don't like Petra for some reason. So Emily's like, Vincent, don't be rude. And Petra's like, should I send out Tyranitar? But yeah. Anyways, on to the next attack. So this is another one for Adriana. This time for her axolotl OC Scarlet, and yeah, I really like drawing this OC. She was really cute and fun to draw, especially with the arm warmers and the thigh-high stockings. And then last attack, this is Evangeline. This OC belongs to Eva Imaginary, and this is their VTuber OC, and they have a pretty interesting backstory. Apparently, two lesbian lovers died, and they turned into one being. And this is their VTuber OC. I feel like I could have done a little better, especially with how detailed the original character was. But I tried my best. But yeah, that's pretty much all of my That's pretty much all of my attacks for Art Fight 2025, and also Team Crystal won! Woo! But yeah, I'll I'll see you guys in the next I'll see you guys in the next year's Art Fight in July. I look forward to it. Bye.